everybody. Rabbi Bill Hamilton here. Delighted to welcome back Rabbi David Starr and to give a warm welcome to our rabbinic intern for this year, Deborah Anstedig. It is a delight to welcome you, Deborah, to this gathering every week where we call ourselves well-versed and seek to find wisdom, timely wisdom from a timeless text to bring us through the Shabbat and the weekend. This week, I want to ask us to take on something fascinating in the Torah portion. It has to do with the reality of neediness in our society and in the world. And the Torah says something quite remarkable, even as it's telling us to rid the land of neediness and to do what we can. It says, Lo yechdal evyon. There will never cease to be neediness in the world. That is to say, the Torah is promising that there will never be a once and for all cure to this challenge and to many social challenges. And the question is, what do we do with the fact that the Torah is promising that some challenges and realities defy remedies and solutions?
The pasuk that you quoted from the Parsha makes me think about the Mishnah in Avot that expands the problem of poverty to any sort of societal problem. We all know this song from summer camp or bonfires, Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor, velo ata ben chorin lihibatel mimena. It's not upon you to complete whatever that melacha that I'm creatively interpreting as some sort of response to a challenge, but also you're not permitted to say, I can't fix it and therefore I'm done. So I think what you're reflecting, Rabbi Hamilton, is that there's the tendency lihi batel to say, I can't solve it and therefore I can't engage. And the rabbis are saying, actually, you have to stay with it, even though you're not going to attain completion or complete solution.
First of all, Deborah, welcome. Wonderful to have you with us. On a somewhat, maybe more or less granular, I'm not sure actually, level, I think all societies, including our own, struggle with, first of all, the technical questions that Rabbi Hamilton raised, which is, even with the best intentions in the world, how do you solve problems? And solutions are almost always complicated in the sense that a solution begets new kinds of challenges. So, but aside from that, there's also the notion political philosophers have talked about for a long time, which is that even in a society like ours, we want equality in certain ways and we want freedom in other ways. We all want to be able to vote. That's a big issue right now, obviously. We want political equality. We want to feel that we're equal members of this thing called a political society, a civil society. And of course, the trick is to have a society where there is love and there is respect and there is caring. At the same time, there's inequality. And frankly, I think in some ways, the Jewish community, maybe just because of the accident of diaspora, where we had to be very internally self-reliant, I think this is something that Jews historically were very good at, namely cultivating a sense of love and connection and equality in terms of being this thing that we call Klal Yisrael or Am Yisrael. At the same time, they recognize, some people have rich parents. Some people can hit a tennis ball better than others. There's all kinds of ways in which we're very unequal. And in some ways, we have to embrace that.
Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Rabbi Starr. I would just say that taking from both of you that there's something really powerful that the rabbis pick up on, Deborah, as you said, right out of the Torah portion, because the Torah portion says, don't despair. Even though the problem is not solvable, patoch tiftach et yadcha. Open your hand, do your part. That famous starfish story of the boy tossing the starfishes from the sand, baking in the hot sand, dying into the ocean, and the elderly gentleman saying, you can't possibly save them all. There are thousands of starfish across the beach as far as the eye can see. And the boy says, well, I just saved that one. Do what you can. Don't despair. And I love the point, Rabbi Starr, linking it to Teshuvah, because we're all equals when we come to Elul this Shabbat. and tomorrow. When we enter Rosh Chodesh Elul, a 40-day period that leads us up to Yom Kippur, we all come at it doing the internal work that's necessary to make it a Shana Tova U'Metuka. So want to wish everybody a Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Shalom.
Welcome again, Deborah.
Welcome, Deborah.
Thank you.